guys, this is Hira Babu and I'm a programming script instructor, and I'm going to tell you how to do manual mapping in a Spring Boot application, or you can use same concept in a Spring uh, framework as you usually use in Maven or something else. So here I have created my project, that is a Spring Boot course project. Inside that I have created a very simple Pocho classes, that is one the author and another is book, right? So in we know already, if we have a Spring Boot applications, then we have a start class, that is the main class from where our application will get started, right? So here we have a Spring Boot context from where our application will be started, right? So in Spring Boot we usually use this annotation at the rate Spring Boot application, that is very compulsory to start the main application to start their context. So we have two classes as we discussed, and we are going to use Spring Boot implementation that having many to many relationship in the JPA. So let's start from author. So as we can see, I have already created the application class that is known as author, and this author is a JPA repository annotated with the entity, so that it will not provide memory leak, and it will directly connect uh, to the table in our SQL MySQL, and that is, you can see that is the program is already written. So here we have Java, MySQL database, and I have after the running the project I have got these things, right? So we very frankly that author book and description. So as you can see in the author we have ID, first name, last name, and in the author book we have book ID and author ID, and similarly we have book ID, ISBN, title, right? So here ID is the primary key in the book, author ID is the primary key, but in author book relationship, book ID and author ID both are primary key, and we can say we have the many to many relationship here. So how we will do? So as we know already, if we are going to use JPA in Spring Boot, then we on the class level, or you can say on the POSO level, we have to define entity so that it will Hibernate will connect our database, right? So I have used Hibernate auto-generated ID for our author class. If we are providing @ID, means we have a primary key data here, and we are using the at the rate generated type value, and strategy we are using generation type as automatic. So it will create ID as a primary key, and it will increment the value from 1 to so on. So we have another two column, first name last name of the author, and another author has a relation many to many with the book. So we have a set of books that is unique, and those unique books are mapped with the author. Okay, so how we will do that? Let's see in the book class. And we have similarly we have a book class, and we have annotated with the entity, and we have generator type ID, that is a primary key, and title ISBN number we have given, and many to many I have provided that at the rate join table, and with the author call or with the author book. Author book is as a table I have given, and because we have to maintain a relationship with the other tables, so I have given that one. And the join column we have given with the at the rate join column, and we are passing the name of the column name. And similarly we have given the inverse column name key, what should be the inverse column name, and similarly we have provided join column as a author underscore ID. When you will start the project from here, why we have given here? Because you can see after running the project author book as a relationship, we have two column, book ID and author ID. It will be auto incremented in the table, and so it will get started. So when you are running the application, you will see that it is running uh, very good, and you can see the console here. Let me expand the console, and console will tell you everything what is happening here. So this is the second time I am running the project, because first time I have already done. So Hikari has started already, port is running, and here port 80 is running. So there we do not have any problem. So it's already started and it's connected without any error, you can see here. Okay, so thanks guys for coming to understand one-to-one mapping. So you have to understand only one thing, that author and book, you have to provide one alternate column name, table name, and you have to give the join column and inverse column name with the @ column name, and you have to pass the name as the value that you have, like book ID and author ID you have to pass, and in the back author we have to give menu to menu annotation. Okay, thanks for giving your time, and if you have any issues, please give a comment. I will resolve that. Thank you very much.